What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at the Lamborghini Urus and the Tesla Model X. On your screen here you can see a side-by-side spec comparison. On the left we have the 2021 Model X Performance, so this is the Raven version. On the right is the Lamborghini Urus. It has a twin-turbo V8 that makes 641 horsepower. The Tesla on the other hand is obviously electric. It's a dual motor setup. It makes a combined output of 800 horsepower. Both cars are really heavy. The Urus weighs about 4,800 pounds. The Tesla comes in at 5,700 pounds. It's really heavy with the 22-inch wheel setup. Let's hop over to the drag strip and see how these cars do. So what I'm about to show you is a simulated drag race. The drag race simulator is all physics-based, so it takes into account a lot of factors like wind resistance, roll-in resistance, power curves of the cars, weight, all of that kind of stuff. So we have the Model X Performance on top and the Urus on bottom. Let's see what happens. So I just started the race, and off the bat, the Urus gets a little bit harder of a launch, although its 0 to 60 is slightly slower. Those 0 to 60 times are with 1 foot rollout subtracted. And then through the quarter mile, the Model X keeps pulling. So we see 11 seconds in the Model X versus 11.3 in the Urus. The Model X is going to take this one. But what about a rolling race? So I've gone ahead and set up a rolling race from 50 miles an hour. It'll go a half mile. Model X on top again. So Model X is getting the jump at 50 miles an hour. That's not that surprising. And let's see if the Urus can claw its way back. It looks like it is accelerating harder at about 140 miles an hour, but it still is not enough to come back in the half mile race. Maybe if this was a mile long, it'd be enough, but again, the Model X is going to take this one. So I've swapped out the Model X Performance Raven for a Model X Long Range. This is the brand new one that's coming out late this year, early next year. This version has the Plaid really flat power curve, although it only makes 670 horsepower. Let's see how it does against the same Urus. So I've started the race, and it looks like the Urus is getting a huge jump because the X doesn't have enough torque and power. But once they hit speed, the X is pretty much holding steady and actually starting to gain ground. So we see that the Urus takes this one pretty handedly, but the trap speeds are interesting. We're seeing almost 125 miles an hour in the X versus 121 in the Urus. So to demonstrate that flat power curve, I've set up a rolling race from 50 miles an hour just like before. And right off the bat, despite the X having a worse power to weight ratio, it's actually pulling on the Urus. And that's because of aerodynamics and maintaining a flat power curve while the Urus is shifting in and out of peak power. The X is going to take this one. It's faster, 60 to 130, 100 to 150. Let's move on to the Model X Plaid and see how that does. All right, you know the drill. I've swapped out the long range for the Plaid. This will be a quarter mile drag race on a prep surface. We have the Model X on top, the Urus on bottom. And yeah, we probably knew what was going to happen. The Model X is going to take this one handedly. It's going to take the launch with the 0 to 60 of about 2.4, 2.5 seconds with the 1 foot rail subtracted, and it's just going to keep pulling through the quarter mile. We see a 9.9 at 144 miles an hour in an SUV. Pretty crazy. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're excited to see Model X Plaid in the real world. I think it's coming later this year, early next year. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button. I make a ton more content just like this. I'll see you guys next time.